Hi everyone. So I've decided to start a new segment here and it's called No Dice. Now what this is going to be is me talking about LARP and everything that kind of comes to my head about it. So I thought I'd start out today with why do I LARP? Everybody's got different reasons. Some people just LARP because they like LARPing. Some people, you know, just really love the costuming. But for me, it's it's definitely got a lot of deeper meaning. I grew up in the theater, and well, I never really pursued it as a career choice for a lot of different reasons. I found LARP was that place to get that out. To be able to put on a new face, a new personality, something that was completely different from who I was. Now, that's not to say that my characters don't have a bit of who I am in them, because I think for me to be able to play them, I've always had to put a little bit of myself into them. For instance, I've had 3 characters in the org that I'm currently in, called the Guru Nation, which is all based off of White Wolf's Werewolf the Apocalypse. If you haven't checked it out, I will kind of leave a link for things below for you guys. And I'm going to definitely do a video later explaining a little bit of the setting more. But for now, I'm keeping it very simple. All 3 of my characters, past and present, 4 actually. You know what? 4. I forgot. I have had 4 characters in this org, and I always forget about one. So I'll go through them as I played them. My main character was, for the longest time, Siren or Cassandra, and without going into too much detail about the setting, she was from a group in the stories that is an all-female tribe of werewolves, based off the Greek Amazons, very woman power, feminist, all of that. And when I started playing her, she was meant to question all of the things that I had read in the book of, well, they're all hard asses, they all fight. I went to game and I wore skimpy mini skirts and tiny tank tops, and my boobs were just all over the place, and bright red lipstick, which I wore until the end, no matter how much people tried to stop me. Her deed name was Likes It Rough, and she was my character that I kind of used to question the system a little bit of even gaming, because no matter how much I like to think that sometimes, it's becoming more female, even at the time, men dominated the game. So I definitely pushed that with her. And she evolved and changed a lot. But I had that link to her. Now, another character that was a little harder for me to play was an old character, which she was a wolf. And I played her for maybe 3 or 4 games, but she was actually a lesson for me in what happens when I don't base part of myself in a character. And I had made her to be very, quiet and shy, and that's not who I was at the time. I couldn't really be. And while she was a fun character, I think if I had put a little bit more of myself into her, I would have enjoyed her more and played her more. But unfortunately, I didn't. Now, soon after I came back, I started actually playing a different character in the org, which is different for me because back when I was playing C's, I was like, I can't juggle 2 characters. And I tried it again when I got back. Now, what changed in this was I had people to play with this character, and that was Sydney, who has now become my main character since Cassandra's death. And Sid Sid has more of me in her than any of my characters. There is this overconfidence in her, but at the same time, it's only with certain things. She can only accept, I'm really good at this, but that stuff, I should probably not do that. No. She's curious to an almost fault. She cannot do what others expect of her unless they have somehow, and it's only 2, 3 people who have gained that just incessant loyalty from her. She is, if a puppy was human, that is Sid. Sid is like the most loyal puppy ever. Like, she is like, I will do the thing. Let me do the thing. Do it now. As long as it's not fighting. Then she's like, no. And I don't like to fight. Like, I will fight if I have to, but I don't want to. And I love her. And finally, then there's Bridget. Bridget's my newest character. I'm juggling 2 characters because Sydney has become an online character, whereas Bridget is my character that I play mostly on floor. And Bridget is everything that I have learned through my years in working retail. That struggle of having to work a job that barely pays you enough, that you're sliding by, trying to make sure that everybody else in your life is taken care of. And it allows me to kind of get all of that out, those feelings that I have to deal with of, this isn't enough, but I'm trying. This isn't enough, but I'm doing what I can, and I'm taking care of the people who are mine. And that is really cathartic for me, to have that in a character. Now, that's another thing that LARP gives me is catharsis. I don't know how many times I have cried during LARP. Be it something emotional happening to my character, a character who I had grown close to dying, drama happening between me and other characters. When you really get into that zone at game and you know that the people you're playing with are right there with you on that same level, it can be intense. I know that I have cried at least at a dozen games. I have gotten into heated screaming matches with my friends that, afterwards I have to lean into them and go, we're cool, right? Like, we're all right. Because, well, I, as my character, may be pissed. There is part of me in the back of my head going, this is so cool. This is so much fun. Because I'm enjoying knowing and hearing the reactions of the people on the other side. Because I know that in a way my reaction being as true as I can be for them is also helping their experience. Because LARP is all about imagination. Yes, we might be in a room in a building when we're trying to pretend that it is a huge underground stronghold of some kind, or an island, or a farm, and you're in someone's house. It's those moments that take us out of our real lives and put us into the lives of our characters that I play for. It's the interaction, the friendships, the enemies, the struggle of just everything. That's all what drives me to play, because it's that story in the end that I can look back on and I can talk about, and we can go, oh my god, wasn't that awesome? Or holy crap, why did that happen? Or this just changed my character for the good or the better. I I had that, and I've done that once, and I'm doing it again with another character. My first one started out as a bubble-headed valley girl from California and turned into a leader and someone that other people respected while others reviled because of who she was. And in the end, when when I finally decided that her story was time to come to an end, I was in such a good place about it that I had told this story over basically 10 years. It was perfect, and I want to do it again and again with different characters, with different parts of me, with different thoughts that I come up with. I don't know what's going to happen to Sydney. I know that right now she is obsessed with spirits and learning so much, and is possibly going to walk down paths that she maybe shouldn't, all because of her curiosity. If certain people don't rein her back in, but who knows, they might also be too curious too. uh and she's going to be something completely different than what Cassandra was, and I cannot wait to find and discover what that is. Each new character it's like Christmas to me. It's like opening a package that never ends, because I never know how it's going to change when I take out something new, when I find something different. And that's why I LARP. It's what makes me happy when I leave game, when I put on my costume, when I write my emails outside of game to figure things out, or I put in my downtime. That is what drives me. And I love it. And I don't know when I will stop LARPing. It could be years from now, but I'm not going to until it's not fun. And as long as I keep having fun with these characters that I've created, I don't see that coming to a stop. So, for those of you who do LARP and are watching, why do you LARP? Tell me in the comments below. I want to know. I want to be able to share this awesomeness with you guys. And for those of you who do not LARP or are curious, please, feel free to ask me questions and I'll answer them here on this segment. I plan on trying to hopefully get it out every week, if not 2 weeks, depends on what I've got going. But yeah, this is it. I can't wait to talk more about LARP with you guys. So until next time, have a great day.